Elizabeth Webb, Associate Director, Human Resources. You work with a business area, and your contribution to helping them is if they're what they're wanting to do with their business area. You are there to help them more from a people point of view. So making sure that you're getting the best out of the people that are in their team, identifying areas that they might need to recruit or to find other people who have better skill sets, to just making sure that if they move on to something else, that they're leaving their patch, their business area, in the best way that it could be. So it's really helping a business manager figure out what he or she would like to do and making sure they've thought about the people aspects. After I left high school in Canada, I didn't know what I wanted to do. So I decided to take a year out, and I started to work for CIBC, the Canadian Imperial Bank of Commerce, just in the branch, a regular person that would, if you had any questions with your bank account, you'd come and sort of see a sales representative, and I was one of those. And my year turned into 3, and I enjoyed working, I enjoyed having my own money, I enjoyed not living at home, and all those things that came with that. So I decided not to go back to university. And then from there, continued on. And I really enjoyed the people aspect. I enjoyed people coming asking me questions, me being able to figure out how to find the answers. The banking system I always found was a bit confusing, so that was quite, it was an interesting job for me. Yeah, I worked for CIBC for 3 years, and then I moved to Taiwan. And really that was because I wanted to do something different. Always wanted to travel. I was born here in the UK, and we immigrated to Canada when I was 5, so I probably had a bit of a travel bug in me anyway. So moved to Taiwan and started to learn a bit of Mandarin Chinese and taught English for the next few years. That was fantastic. Taiwan was a great place. It was a real challenge. It was so different from home. No 2 days were ever alike. Met some fantastic people there. So I really enjoyed myself. Well, I certainly felt I grew up. I felt that, when you sort of strip away a lot of the comforts of home, you definitely do have to learn to stand on your own 2 feet. So I felt I learned that in Taiwan. And I was there for 2 years. Then I decided that I enjoyed Asia so much, so I moved to Hong Kong and started looking for work, and that's when I started working in sort of an executive search, a recruitment type environment as a researcher. And again, that obviously goes back to working with people and interviewing people. I think I enjoy sort of meeting people and finding out what their background is, so I really enjoyed that aspect of that. So that's really why I became interested in moving into human resources, was to kind of have both aspects of it. You can still work on the recruitment side, but then you also want to find out, does this person actually fit the organization, and culturally, does it all match? I think when you work in financial services, obviously the markets reflect quite a bit on sort of the mood of an organization and what's happening. So certainly the low points for me would be when the markets are more difficult, and when we're looking at reducing headcount as opposed to increasing it. That's never a nice place for anybody to be in. To kind of resist it, or to just find it, not struggle through it, just doesn't seem to work. You just have to kind of keep on moving through the whole thing and realize that next month, next week, next year, it could all be much better. I definitely still have a travel bug, so I would love to travel again. But if I don't, then I've also already enjoyed that. So no, I don't really have a career path. I don't. I think maybe I'm more of a now person. I'm enjoying now, and I kind of feel that the opportunities will present themselves to me, and I'll sort of decide then.